Welcome to the Lesson 11 of the Positive Psychotherapy Introductory course. It outlines Dimension's model in positive psychotherapy. One of the most important and challenging tasks in psychodynamic psychotherapy is the assessment of the effect of early childhood on a patient. One tool in positive psychotherapy is the concept of the model dimensions. One could also call them examples or role models. This model describes the pattern of family concepts in which the individual grows up in a way that reflects the individual's experience of them. One's upbringing and the environment during early childhood lead to a certain unique development and presentation of the basic capacities which Nossrat Peseschkian called the capacity to love and the capacity to know. The four modeling dimensions widen the analytic self and object theories of Kohut and Kernberg in such a way that there is not only the object and subject, the I dimension. In positive psychotherapy are also the parent's partnership in the U dimension, a we dimension such as the experience of the parents with others, and the primary we, which is unique in PPT, describing the relations of the primary important persons such as the parents and grandparents with their life philosophy and religious backgrounds. With these four different subject relations, the self-object theory is widened, and makes this approach a unique and could have a future influence on psychodynamic therapies. Dimension I. The model dimension for the relationship to myself and lifelong issues such as self-esteem, self-confidence, self-image, basic trust versus basic distrust, depend to a great extent on the relationship of my parents and siblings to me when I was a child. Here the child learns to assume a relationship to himself, which especially depends on how his wants and needs are satisfied. Dimension U. The preeminent model for a person's relationship to the thou or you is the parent's example, the parent's relationship to one another. It is through the parent's example that the possible ways of behaving in a partnership are suggested. Dimension we. A person's relationship to the we is modeled to a great degree by his parents' relation to their social surroundings. With socialization, characteristic attitudes towards social behavior are transferred, in addition to achievement norms. The attitudes and expectations are related to social ties outside of the nuclear family. They include the relation to relatives, colleagues, social reference groups, interest groups, compatriots, and also humankind as a whole. Dimension origin or primal we. A person's relationship to the origin we depends, in the first instance, on his parents' attitude toward meaning, purpose, spirituality or religion, and worldview. Thus, the origin we is not only based on formal membership of a religious community, but is also fundamental for the question of meaning which is asked later. Even if religion is rejected, the origin we remains the basis for other systems of orientation which are expected to provide meaning contents. This was the 11th lesson about the four model dimensions of positive psychotherapy. If you were interested, like this video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next videos.